Midnight shadows wrapping around me, silent void is all I can see. Wandering through the empty street, no one hears my quiet plea. So cold.
The following morning, sunlight slowly fills the villa. Juliette quietly opens her eyes. She carefully slips out of bed, trying not to wake Brandon. She quietly gets dressed, picking up her purse. Just as she reaches the front door, a voice behind her startles her.
You're up early.
Juliette turns around. Brandon stands in the kitchen, still half asleep, holding a cup of coffee. She forces a smile.
I couldn't sleep.
Brandon walks over.
Where are you headed?
Juliette hesitates for only a moment.
I thought I'd do a little shopping before it gets too hot.
Brandon nods.
You want some company?
Juliette immediately shakes her head.
No, I'll be fine.
Brandon smiles.
All right, just be careful.
Juliette nods.
I will.
She quietly walks out the front door, closing it behind her. As she walks toward the parking lot, the guilt is already beginning to set in. Later that morning, Juliette arrives at the medical clinic. She quietly checks in. A few minutes later, a nurse leads her into an examination room. The room is silent. No Brandon, no Miguel, no family. Just her. The ultrasound technician smiles warmly.
Good morning.
Juliette smiles politely.
Good morning.
The technician gestures toward the examination bed.
Whenever you're ready.
Juliette slowly lies back. The technician applies the gel, then gently moves the ultrasound wand across her stomach. For a few long moments, the monitor remains difficult to read. Then, a tiny image slowly comes into focus. The technician smiles.
There's your baby.
Juliette stares at the screen, unable to look away. The technician presses a button. A rapid heartbeat fills the room. The sound echoes softly through the speakers. Juliette's eyes immediately fill with tears. She covers her mouth, trying not to cry. The technician smiles kindly.
Everything looks healthy.
Juliette nods. Unable to speak, a tear rolls down her cheek. The technician hands her a tissue.
Would you like a picture?
Yes, I'd love one.
A few moments later, the technician hands her a printed ultrasound photo. Juliette gently takes it, holding it as if it were the most precious thing in the world. Meanwhile, back at the resort, the Children's Charity Festival is finally underway. Music plays throughout the property. Families fill the walkways. Children laugh as they move from game to game. Brandon repairs one of the carnival booths. Nara walks over, carrying several stuffed animals for one of the prizes. She smiles.
Guess what?
Brandon laughs.
What?
I haven't broken anything today.
Brandon pretends to look impressed.
I'm actually shocked.
Nara laughs.
You should be.
The two continue setting up one of the game booths. A few minutes later, several children gather around. Brandon helps one little boy throw rings onto wooden bottles. Nara cheers him on. When the little boy wins, he runs off smiling with a stuffed tiger. A little girl walks over, looking back and forth between Brandon and Nara. She tilts her head.
Are you two married?
Brandon and Nara immediately laugh. Brandon shakes his head.
No.
The little girl looks confused.
You look like you are.
Before either of them can answer, she runs off toward another game. Brandon and Nara glance at each other. then awkwardly laugh. Neither of them says anything, but the comment quietly lingers in both of their minds. Later that afternoon, Juliette drives back toward the resort. She stops at a scenic overlook. Turning off the engine, she reaches into her purse. Removing the ultrasound picture, she smiles through tears, gently running her thumb across the tiny image. Softly, barely above a whisper,
You're already so loved.
she carefully places the picture back inside her purse, then continues driving. Later that evening, Brandon finishes another shift. As he walks along the beach, he notices Juliette sitting alone near the shoreline, watching the waves. He quietly sits beside her. For several moments, neither of them speaks. Finally, Brandon smiles.
You okay?
Juliette nods.
Just thinking.
Brandon chuckles softly.
I've been doing a lot of that lately.
Juliette smiles. She slowly reaches toward her purse. Her fingers brush against the ultrasound picture. She begins pulling it out, then stops. Her courage disappears. She quietly closes her purse again instead. She looks back out toward the ocean, changing the subject.
So, how was work?
Brandon smiles.
You would have loved the festival.
The conversation moves on. The truth remains hidden. Across the resort, night has fallen. Nara quietly returns to her room. She unlocks the small metal box beneath her bed, removing the second phone. A new message waits for her. When Brandon trusts you completely, let us know. Nara stares at the screen. Her thumb hovers over the keyboard. Several long moments pass. She slowly locks the phone, without replying. For the first time, she ignores one of their orders. Later that night, the resort has fallen silent. Brandon sleeps peacefully inside the villa. Juliette quietly steps onto the patio. She removes the ultrasound picture from her purse. Holding it beneath the moonlight, tears slowly fill her eyes once again. Inside, Brandon quietly walks into the kitchen for a glass of water. As he looks toward the patio, he notices Juliette sitting alone. He can't see what she's holding, only that she's crying. Concern fills his face. He quietly slides the patio door open. Juliette quickly hears it. She hurriedly slips the ultrasound picture inside her sweater, wiping away her tears. Brandon steps outside.
You've been crying.
Juliette forces a small smile.
I'm okay.
Brandon studies her for a moment. He knows she isn't telling the truth, but he doesn't push. Instead, he quietly sits beside her. The two stare out across the moonlit ocean, saying nothing. The silence speaks for them. Juliette secretly holds the ultrasound picture tightly against her chest, while Brandon sits only inches away, completely unaware that he is already a father in every way that truly matters.